and welcome back to Hot Topic with the Hots. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Jordan. How are you?
Feeling a little tired today.
A little tired. What are you tired about?
What am I tired about?
Yeah.
Or why am I tired?
Both. Why are you tired?
Well, I'm tired because I never can sleep at night.
Why can't you sleep at night?
Because of you.
What do I do to not make you sleep at night?
You blast the TV.
I do not blast the TV.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. So what are you trying to say?
You keep the TV up way too loud. And you keep it on. And I like to be in pitch blackness with no noise. I can't sleep when you have the volume up at fucking 30.
So one of your pet peeves about me is that you don't like that I keep the TV on at night.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, that's just the best way for me to sleep.
Why though? Why do you need to have it on? Did you grow up like that?
Yeah.
You grew up always having the TV on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, did you?
I mean, for a part of my life, yeah. Like when I was like a kid, I would sleep with, I would have like a little lamp on my bedside table. I'd sleep with that on, and then I'd sleep with the TV on and the volume on. But then as I progressed, I would have like no lamp, and then I'd have like my TV on but no volume because I would just have like the light from that. But now I sleep with nothing.
I just am never tired. I mean, my mind's always racing, so for me, it's like I just don't get tired as easily, and I'll just leave it on, and when I fall asleep, I'll just fall asleep as my eyes just watch the TV. That's me, though.
I mean, I yell at you sometimes. Like, I'll be, like, trying to fall asleep, and I'm like, you need to turn that down. Because the thing with me is, like, I cannot, like, focus on going to sleep if I hear all the background noise.
Well, you do still sleep, so I don't know what to say to you about that.
Not good.
But if we're talking about things that we don't like about each other, oh man, I got a lot. I got a list. I got a list and I'm checking it twice.
Really?
Really?
Spill it all on me. Let me hear you. Talk about something that you dislike about me.
So, one of the things you do, you like to do this a lot, I don't know why, and I try to say about it to you. When I get mad, like I'm angry about something, whether it be because I'm gambling or because I, maybe lost money in the stocks that day or did this or did that or something like made me mad. It doesn't have to be you. When you start like touching me and trying to make me feel better in your way, it doesn't work that way. It does not make me feel better. That actually makes me more mad.
I know. The thing is, like, I know it makes you more mad, but, like, I don't really get it because, like, I don't know, I'm, like, the person that's, like, if there's, like, a problem, it's, like, I want to fix it, or, like, I'm just, like, trying to comfort you, but you're just, like, leave me alone and don't talk to me for a good, like, 30 minutes so I can cool down, and I'm, like, no.
Yes, because when I'm mad about that, you don't want to get in the middle of it because then you then become part of the issue.
No, I know I don't, because every time you're mad about you losing money at the casino or something, you bitch about it and you're so mad about it, but I hate it because, like, I'm like, it's whatever, like, it happened and, like, there's nothing you can do about it, so, like, just, like, get over it.
Exactly. There is nothing I can do about it. That's why I don't want anyone else to tell me anything about it, and I just want to be, like, having it by myself.
I know.
I don't want to, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be that, it could be anything. If I'm mad about family or this or that, like, just let me be for a minute. I don't need to be, like, touched and comforted right away.
See, I'm, like, so different, though, because, like, like, if I'm, like, mad or sad, like, well, to an extent, like, if I'm, like, mad about something, I'm, like, I, like, want to be comforted, but then at the same time, like, when I'm mad, I don't speak. I go silent. You know that. When I'm mad, I go silent. Don't speak a word to me. But also at the same time, it's like, I want you to come to me and be like, it's okay. Like, I promise, like, I'll make everything better. Like, I hate speaking when I'm mad, but I want you to be, like, there. I don't know.
So you're completely different in that regard. I just, because I don't like it, I don't like to reciprocate it because I don't know how other people are. So for you, it's like, if you're mad, I'm just gonna leave you alone.
Yeah.
But like that's honestly like probably one of my top pet peeves. Like I know my sister hates when people chew with their mouth. Like she hates when people crunch on things.
I don't think
They,
I'm
like,
like weird
sensory.
about that.
She's very sensory. It's like she hears it. Like people like crunching on a carrot or nibbling on chips, and she hates it.
I feel like I don't mind that much. I mean, like, it's not something that bothers me. I guess if it's like overly, like it's happening like a lot or like whatever, then like I'll get like irritated. But I feel like I sometimes will like smack when I eat, and you do it too.
No, but she doesn't like it with my mom or my grandma. She's like eating a carrot or
I
a chip
know.
or something. She'll get really mad. She's real weird about that. She has like a thing about it.
Yeah, I think that's so weird. Like, what are your like some of just like your top pet peeves like for yourself, like that just like other people do? You think?
I don't like really being told what to do. Oh, you know what? This is a big one. Being told what to do. Speaking of, I don't like being told to do something I was already going to do.
Oh my god, I hate that. That is one of my big pet peeves too.
So a lot of the times this happens with my mom, right? Okay, I'm at a family function, let's say, and somebody gave me a card or somebody gave me something. It's the nice thing to say thank you, right? I am already going, it might not be in that current moment. Maybe they gave it to me and then they walked over away and I didn't get to open anything yet. I didn't get to talk to them yet. I'm going to say, I'm already planning on saying thank you by the end of the night,
Yeah.
whatever. But of course, my mom comes and says, make sure you tell them thank you. Make sure you say thank you. Now it's like, I don't even want to tell them thank you anymore.
Why did you come up to me and tell me that? Like, as if I don't know in my head.
Right. You're telling me to do it. I don't really want to do it anymore now. Listen, I was thankful for it and I was going to go tell them, but you're telling me to do it. That makes me not want to do it.
Well, it's like, that's one of my big ones too. But like, I think like when I was a kid too, it's like my parents would like tell me like, oh, you need to go do this. And I'm like, I'm not going to go fucking do it. And now that you tell me to go do it, I'm just going to wait even longer to do it. Because like, I don't want to go do it right away. Because you just ruined it. And
Right.
even with just like work and stuff, like they'll tell me to do something. I'm like, no, now you told me, I don't want to. Like, why'd you tell me? As if I don't already know that is part of my job to go do. Like,
Right, of course. I'm sure as a waitress, you probably got a lot of that. People kind of like bossing you around,
oh yeah,
telling you what to
being
do.
a waitress sucks.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I thought it was good money.
good money, but like, shitty environment.
I mean, when it comes to money, that's another thing I don't really like. Getting lectured
Yeah,
on money.
yeah,
Like, for me, this happens again a lot with family, less with us. But like when people tell me how to spend my money or what I need to be spending my money on. Like I make enough money to where I'm okay. I don't have to worry about every single penny I pinch.
right.
Like I can spend it on what I want to spend it on, do whatever I want to do. But like
Yeah,
when you got somebody on you telling you, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy that, you need to do this, you need to do that, that gets annoying. And you don't want to hear that. And that is one of the things that really like makes me mad. Somebody starts telling me about money and about future money and like, who knows? I could die tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to die today, tomorrow, the next day. You don't know. This world is crazy. I'm seeing people die every day on here. So if I don't spend my money now, I don't want anyone else to use it.
I don't think that's as big of an issue with me, only because like, I don't know, my parents don't get on me about my money. I think it's because they have my two other siblings that they need to worry about with money, because I think I'm the most like responsible and like smart sibling like with their money. Like my other two brothers are just like horrible. So it's like I think that they know that I am probably the smartest and like most successful so far, and they don't really need to worry about like telling me what to do with my money. I think the most I have heard about like what to do with my money is like when I started dating you. Before then, it's like no one really said anything to me, but like now I'm dating you and you're like, we gotta do this and this and this and this. But not, like, in a bad way. Just, like, you're, like, helping me. Because you know, like, a lot about it. But, like, I don't think I've ever heard, like, this much about, like, saving and investing money and everything until, like,
well, I don't tell you how to spend it, or I don't tell you how to, like, or where to put it exactly. Mm-mm. But there's certain ways, like, I mean, to a degree, think about what you're going to do with your money. But don't be, like, cutting every corner and,
Yeah.
Not letting things touch on walls.
We don't need to be on, what's that one show where they, like, have all the coupons?
I think it's, like, a couponer. Extreme couponer. Extreme cheapskate, yeah.
Cheapskate, yeah. I don't want to be on that show. Like, fucking sitting in line at the grocery store for, like, 45 minutes. You're like, I got this coupon, this coupon, this coupon. I mean, like, props to them. Like, low-key, they're kind of smart because, like, they get that stuff down to, like, $1. Like, they buy, like, hundreds of groceries and it's, like, a fucking $1. Like, honestly, props to you for sitting there and, like, doing the math in your head and, like, figuring out, like, what you gotta buy. Like, I could never. Like, just give me the groceries.
I also agree with that. It's a cool thing to, like, that they're saving that money. Oh, yeah. And I'm all about, like, getting coupons, gift cards, saving money, using credit card points, this and that. But, like, to a degree of, like, I ain't gonna cut every coupon out of the magazine to spend money. But I will spend my money or use my credit cards in a certain way to leverage them and
get the most benefits that you can.
Yeah, that's what I do. But I mean, it's just tough. And I know you spoke about your siblings. A pet peeve of mine is that my siblings get different treatment than I do.
Okay.
In the long term of things.
Okay.
Not in the current time, right? You could talk to my mom and she'll say, "Oh, my mom or dad," they'll say, "Oh, we treat them all the same." Yes, you treat us all the same now. However, when I was 16, 17, 18, when I was the age they are now, I had a different set of rules. So this is something that you're the youngest, so you have it easy.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll get into my thing after you talk, I guess.
So you have it easy, but for me, I had to grow up with stricter rules. I had to be home at a certain time. I had to be home for the curfew. I couldn't do certain things. I couldn't go certain places. But now, after I'm done, like I'm not in that scene anymore. My siblings both get the easy route, I want to say. It's a lot easier for them because for me, I had to abide by all these rules or like punishments would happen. I was the first one. I was the test person, but now it's like they could do whatever they want. And you could do it. You are like that.
Well, I think like growing up, I mean, even though like I was the youngest, I feel like, yeah, they were a little bit more like lenient with me, but also I feel like my parents were just like lenient in general. Like, I don't know. I guess from my perspective, when I was growing up, me and like my brothers, like we all had like a certain bedtime, like, like be in bed by like 10 o'clock, like whatever, like that kind of stuck for a majority of our life until like we got like a little bit older and we could kind of like stay up. But they didn't really like do that with just like one of them, and it was kind of how it was. As far as like curfew, I feel like we had one, but like there was like a wiggle room with it, and I feel like it was kind of like we all had one. But I guess like as I grew up and like got into my teen years, I feel like I kind of just like would leave the house and like not even like tell my parents where I was going, and like they wouldn't really like ask. Like, yeah, my mom would ask like when I started driving. I would kind of just, like, leave and, like, not, like, say anything. But, like, she would text me, like, later on and be like, "Where are you?" But, like, the thing is, like, I never, like, had to be like, "Can I leave the house?" Or, like, "This is where I'm going." I would just kind of, like, go.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it was with my brothers, too. I mean, I can't really remember for sure. Obviously, when we were younger, it was, like, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" But I don't know. I think that it was kind of the same all around. I mean, I know, like, I was the only girl and I was the youngest, so things were a little bit different with me being just kind of like, I don't think they like favorited me, but like I think I was like
yeah, sure.
the favorite child.
Sure, you were favorited for sure.
But I don't know.
No, you had to be favorited for sure.
By my mom, I would say. My dad was more of like like with my boy, like with his boys, you know, like my brothers. But now, growing up, I think I'm my dad's favorite. If you're watching this, Dad.
I don't know.
I'm for sure my dad's favorite now. But also, like, with that, it's kind of hard because my dad really, like, supported my brothers a lot, but, like, didn't support me. Like, and, like, no hate to my dad. Like, understandable. Like, when I was 16 and I started to drive, I decided to live with my mom because it was just better for me in a way. Like, I didn't really want to live with my brothers at that point. I didn't like get along well with my brothers, and I didn't really want to like live with them, so I chose to fully stay at my mom's house. So like my dad had a lot of years of not having to provide for me. Like at that point at 16, like my dad kind of like stopped providing for me in a way. Like he didn't like, you know, have to buy me groceries, pay for like electric, any like, you know, thing that I did. Like it was all just like my brothers. My mom started paying for my phone. My mom like bought me my first car. Like, but then at 16, like I got my first job and I paid for like all my own stuff that I wanted. Like I paid for gas. I paid for everything else. So like there was a lot of years my dad like never really like had to pay for anything for me. So like I know that out of my siblings, I'm going to be like the most like financially stable and like successful. So I'm not like too worried about it.
I'd like to think that too about myself and my siblings, but they're wild cards. You never know who's gonna, out of them two, who's gonna do what.
Yeah. I just think it was the fact that like, but I know that my dad has like high hopes for me and he like believes in me and like supports me and he knows that like I'm gonna do well. So as long as he pays for my wedding.
This video better get some likes so we can start getting paid from this, so then she can prove her dad correct.
Right. Sorry, Dad. You know.
But paying for the wedding, that's not going to be too expensive though. He's going to get it on sale.
That's what I told him too. I said, listen, like my dad told me like, oh, I'm going to pay for your wedding. Like you're going to be the only wedding I have to pay for because like my brothers ain't going to get married, and if they do, it's going to be like in forever, like a while away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Dad, you're going to get, like, a huge discount. So, like, you're taking the cheap route out of this.
I think it's a cheap route.
Cheap route. Ugh.
Yeah, but, I mean, my siblings are kind of wild cards to a degree. I don't know. I don't know what my sister wants to do in life at all. She has, like, zero plan at all for anything.
I mean, but I guess that was kind of the same with me, too. I feel like...
Well, you didn't know you at least didn't want to go to college. Ava still thinks she wants to go to college.
I, like, had an idea, but, like, only to a certain extent. Like, I was like, I don't want to go to college, but if I do, I'm going to go for the most, like, basic degree ever, which is, like, a business degree. Like, you can do, like, I don't even know what you do with that. Like, anything.
It's just like you're a manager.
Right, exactly. It's, like, I didn't know for sure, but, like, I kind of figured in my head I didn't want to go to college, so I was like, I'm going to go to cosmetology school. But also, like, I don't want to go to cosmetology school for hair. Somehow managed to go to cosmetology school for hair, and I hate doing hair. So...
Oh, get the snorer over here.
Astro over
Snore
here.
McGee over here.
Yeah, for real.
But, yeah, I know you went to cosmetology school for hair and stuff like that, and, like, you don't even really love doing that.
No, I don't like hair at all.
Do you like the nails now?
Yeah, I think I'll enjoy it.
It's more artsy? I don't know. Like, you could do a lot more design with it.
I don't know if it's about the art aspect of it, because, like, I'm not good at art, but I think I just enjoy that better. Like, hair, I don't want to sit there and touch your grimy hair all day.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Not, like, grimy, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was just never into the whole, like, aspect of hair, like, mixing all the chemicals and doing all this, and, like, you know, everyone's hair is so different. Like, everyone has, like, a different undertone and all this. Like, you never know, like, what's going to happen with your hair, and I just don't want to be the one to like fry your hair off.
Right. I mean, since this episode was about pet peeves, I have another one to add with that. Speaking of hair, pet peeve of mine is when my barber takes way too long to cut my hair. My hair does not need to be cut for an hour and a half. Mine's like a 45-minute haircut. All I do is like a bald fade up, a little bit of cutting on the top. Granted, I'll give my friend a pass because he's still learning how to cut hair, but he needs to get that under like an hour. I just like, I'm sitting there too, and I'm like falling asleep pretty much, and like he's like shaving me up, and I'm like, it's like massaging my head, but like I'm falling asleep, and I feel bad because I'm sitting in his chair. But you know, maybe if he done it a little quicker or had a conversation with me while he was cutting, because he's laser focused.
But yeah, I was saying, the thing about him is he gets so in the zone.
He's like laser focused and like doesn't have a conversation. If I have a conversation, it'd probably take longer. So
yeah, if you have a conversation, you might walk out and be like bald or something.
I know, like the
first
first time I ever went there, he did like half of my head, and then you had to come and fix it. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Tough.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of my friends are figuring it out in their life, what they want to do. Like just like we're figuring out we want to do our content, we want to do our nails and own entertainment. Stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing. We just filmed some drunk interviews downtown, and those look really good.
We did.
We're gonna be doing those probably every week. I want to say I want to get down there every week to do it.
My gosh, speaking of drunk people and just like pet peeves, I cannot be around drunk people for like longer than like 20 minutes max, or else like this too. Like we've been around like our drunk friends, and I literally am like 20 minutes into hanging out with them, and I'm like looking at you, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to leave. I can't. When people are just drunk and don't understand what they're doing, or like just say like stupid things or act stupid, I'm like, I gotta go. I can't. I have very little to no patience, and so like when you're sitting there talking to me and like you're acting like a fool, like I just can't. Like, love my friends, but like I cannot be around them when they're drunk.
And you know, that kind of reminded me, like the guy the 2 nights ago when we did our thing, but he was like kind of wild.
Yeah.
Not the one that was on the camera. The one guy off camera was like literally just asking me random questions about like things I knew, like like I barely understand them. And he was like, yeah, well, if anyone comes around here, I'm this, and I'll do this, and I'll help you out. And, you know, I've been searching for... He kept just saying words. Like, he said words...
Be with you. Like,
he was, like, saying words to me without thoughts behind them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He was, like, saying... He was, like, just saying words.
And I got stuck because you're over there...
That was like, mid-interview.
Talking to somebody, and this guy's over here talking to me, and I'm like... Fuck, I have no escape from this. I'm screwed.
Right. I mean, we did that. I mean, we did our cooking. We have our cooking that we did. We're doing some cooking. We're doing some reaction stuff. So our channel is definitely going to grow. I guess like an internal pet peeve is like I have zero patience also. Kind of like what you just said. I hate waiting for things. So, and that's the hard part with this content shit. Because I have to just keep trying and keep waiting and keep doing and doing and doing.
Yeah.
Trying different things, you know. I'm doing some donation videos coming soon. I'm doing some bigger videos, some challenges.
Yeah.
And it's just like I am putting in a lot of work for this, but a lot of it is just a waiting game and a trial and error and trial and error, and I hate waiting.
Yeah. I just hate waiting in general. I mean, like, obviously this is, like, stressful. It's, like, you know, you just want things to go well. But I have no patience just with general day-to-day life. Even with you sometimes. Like, for example, earlier, when we were trying to leave the house to go to eat, I said, okay, let's go. You're sitting there on your phone.
Well, I'm doing something.
I know. But it's, like, all the time, I'm like... okay, let's go do this. Let's go, like, we're gonna go do this. And you're like,
Yeah, but you make it seem like I'm on, like I'm on just just messing around,
I
just
know.
playing a game or some shit.
I know. But then it's like you're, like, so in the zone with your phone that, like, you have to, like, sit in your position until, like, you're done. And I'm like, all right, let's at least, like, get up and, like, walk. And you're like, no, I'm busy.
For one, I get calls nonstop about business.
I know.
Two.
That's another thing. I want to throw your phone away. I'm tired of you having a phone because when we were on vacation, we were going to lunch. He gets a call as soon as we sit down for lunch. He's gone for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
Me and Hannah are sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to order. But I'm like, we gotta fucking wait. You're gone for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like a daily thing. As much as like, I mean, like, I can't be like mad about it because it's your business. But it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I could throw your phone away sometimes.
The fucked up thing about that wedding is I didn't even get booked for it.
I know. And it's unfortunate. But it's like, I cannot stand when you just get calls at, it's like you always get calls at the most inconvenient times too. It's like never like when we're just like sitting around doing nothing. It's always like when we're doing something that you get calls.
Well, when we're doing something, other people are doing nothing, so they're calling me.
Apparently, because it's always like even when we're sleeping. You had one client that called you at like 6:30 in the morning the one day and like woke us up, and I'm like,
that was odd. That was a weird occurrence.
Yeah, but
I never had that happen.
You sometimes do get calls like early in the morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was the one time you're referring to is we got a call at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have my ringer set on because like on the weekends and stuff like that, I'll sleep in. It's like I'll sleep into 10, 11 on weekends. But like it was a weekend and it was 6 a.m. It was like 6 a.m. I have my ringer on just in case I get a call like around, that 9 or 10 time. The person called at 6. It's like a random number, so obviously I answer it because I don't know, random numbers call me all the time. So I answer it and they're like, oh, I didn't expect you were going to answer this early since it was a weekend and it was 6 a.m.
Like, then why are you calling?
Yeah, why would you call then? They're like, I just plan on leaving a message, but now that you're on the phone, I can ask you some questions. I was thinking to myself, why would you even call in the first place?
Yeah, like, send me an email or, like, text the phone number or something. Like, I don't know. You have a lot of clients that text you, like...
Yeah.
Just... What?
Like, why are you calling me? Why
didn't you wait?
There's another thing that I don't like. Why would you call me? You know it's early, 6 a.m. You called because you didn't think I was going to answer.
Okay, so now that I did answer...
Yeah, why would you assume I wasn't going to answer?
And now I did answer, so what do you have to say?
So I'm like half asleep answering these phone calls and stuff like that. And I had to figure that one out. I think actually that one ended up going through. I actually got an event out of that one, but...
I don't even know what it was for. I was too tired.
Sometimes I get like, I feel like sometimes I'm unorganized, but I'm not. I'm pretty organized, I think. But sometimes I feel like I'm unorganized. I get those like days and moments where I'm like, oh shit, did I forget this? Did I forget that? Do I have an event to do? Did I forget an item?
Well, I'm always double checking with you. I'm like, so your event tomorrow, like what time is it from? And you're like, oh, I think it's this and this. And I'm like, really? Because like last week you told me this and this. For example, last week I was like, you told me this wedding was at Boardman Park. And you're like, I don't know. I thought it was at Mill Creek Park. And I'm like,
it was at Mill Creek.
I don't know. And then you're texting the lady and you're like, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. We're sitting here trying to figure out, okay, it's at a pavilion. What pavilion? Is it Boardman Park or is it Mill Creek Park? What pavilion is it at? You like don't even know where this wedding's at and you got to go there in 30 minutes.
I think the most fucked up time I ever had was when I showed up to a birthday party fully ready to perform for like a 16-year-old birthday party. God. And it was a 40-year-old party. It was a surprise 40th instead of a surprise 16. I thought I was going into a 16-year-old birthday party. So like I had my music ready. I mean, granted, I have music ready for any occasion all the time. But I thought going into it, I'm like, okay, I'm bringing my lights. We're going to be doing a 16-year-old birthday party. I know the person it is because I did, another party for them in the past. And I get there and it's just like, happy 40th. Happy 40th. I'm like, oh man, did I really screw it up? Is this really a 40th birthday party?
I swear, like, I feel like you never know what you're going into. You always, like, forget. That's why I'm always, like, always wondering what time you're, like, going to the events, because I'm like, do you even know? Like, are you sure?
I have them. I have everything written
Like, even,
down.
for example, the event you have tomorrow, you told me last week that you'd be done at, like, 7 o'clock.
No, I didn't.
Yes, because I was like, oh, you're going to be done at 7. Like, let's go to trivia after that. And then today you tell me, oh, I'm not going to be done till 9:30. I'm like, are you even sure you're going to the right place? Like, are you sure these are the correct times?
I don't think I ever told you I was going at a certain time.
You did, because I remember I was like, okay, well, that's perfect, because then we can go after.
And we'll have to do trivia at some point soon, because, you know, those are fun things to do as couples and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we're going to do a little segment here called Trending Flames.
Yeah.
Ivan had something that he wanted to talk about this week that he thought was really interesting.
So I saw a report. This was sent to me by a friend, and it's also on like Rap, so like you can like look at it on Instagram, that Ice Spice keeps 2 pairs of underwear on her at all times. She wears one, and then she keeps the extra one in her purse at all moments, just to have. And I thought that that was such an interesting article, because why would you need to keep, you know, an extra set on you at all moments? I feel like that's such an Ice Spice thing to do.
For sure, an Ice Spice thing to do.
But I felt like if more people knew about that, people would be coming for her purse, not for her money, but for her underwear.
Oh yeah, for sure. She should sell that.
People go crazy over her.
She could sell her underwear
For maybe $1 million.
probably $1 million. I wouldn't be surprised.
How about like she makes them like, you know how people like game worn jerseys? Like, you know what I mean? Like people like Michael Jordan will wear a jersey and he'll sell the jersey he wore in that game. She could be like Rolling Loud panties, or like Rolling Loud wore panties. Like she wore them on stage. Like these are the ones she wore on stage here, or like she wore them for a concert and then she sold them. That should make a lot of money. I mean, just based off our interviews the other day, the guys love Ice Spice. I mean, your brother posts about Ice Spice.
I like Ice Spice, but I don't think she's like, I mean, I guess it's because like men just like her because she fucking bends over and fucking twerks her ass. But like, I mean, I like her. I just don't like see the obsession with her.
I never really saw the obsession with her either. I never really thought she was like a 10 out of 10. Granted, I think she's, you know, an attractive human being. Obviously, she has the assets people are looking for. Yeah, she has the assets people are looking for. But like aside from those things, she actually has some good songs.
She does.
Like legitimately, I'm not even saying that, but like there's like 3 I can think of. Like the new Barbie song is good.
That Barbie song is really good. Yeah.
Obviously Munch blew her up.
Boy's a Liar.
That's a good one. There's that other one, Princess Diana, but she's a new wave, I think. But you know, I think that at least she treats her fans better than Doja Cat treats her fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doja Cat's an asshole.
Yeah. Agreed.
She's a bitch, because I have seen reports about Doja Cat hating on her fans, saying that she just uses them for money, for this, for that. Like, damn, bro. I wasn't ever, but if I was a Doja Cat fan, I would be pissed.
Well, I mean, Ice Spice should start selling her underwear and using her fans for money.
That's not using your fans, though. That's like just capitalizing on your on an opportunity.
No, honestly, she should sell her underwear.
Supposedly, my brother said she blew him a kiss at Rolling Loud. This shoot like this. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
The thing is, we won't know because he doesn't have a video of it. So how are you gonna know?
I don't know. People love Ice Spice. You know who would buy her underwear? That guy we did the drunk interview on the other day.
Oh my god. You know what? Go like this video, subscribe so you can watch that drunk interview, because it'll be on my own channel, my own BigHot channel.
Isn't that group of people we did the drunk interview on the same people that said that they liked feet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So those guys.
He likes feet and he likes Doja Cat. So like.
No, Ice Spice.
I mean, yeah, Ice Spice.
He
Not
was
Doja
going
Cat.
crazy for Ice Spice. He was invested in her.
And he likes feet.
Feet too.
He could buy her dirty socks and her dirty underwear.
Like a bundle.
Yeah.
Offer her like a little deal.
I'm gonna start selling my socks.
Your socks? I thought you were gonna say underwear for a second there.
Oh, I could never do that. I should start selling my socks.
You can start selling your socks? Where is there a marketplace to sell those?
I don't know. I know there's like Feet Finder, which you sell like feet pics on, but where do you sell socks at? Like just eBay?
I mean, I'm sure eBay, but like you're looking for a niche, like guys who want to buy girls' socks.
There's
Like
probably
weird, like creepy type shit.
Like,
Not like the normal,
yeah.
like I want to buy socks for like myself to wear.
Yeah, there's like low-key probably like an app for that with like fucking like sugar daddies on it.
There
or,
is.
Like,
There's gotta
creepy,
be.
like it's gotta be like there's gotta be like a fetish app.
Because I know people who have like met up with people for feet stuff.
Yeah,
That's weird. Like a foot meetup. Like they look at your feet and then they like do their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean I know. And it's just that's a whole nother industry. That's an industry in itself.
There's gotta be some kind of like app or like website out there that's like based solely around like fetishes that you can like sell stuff on or something. I don't know, but I think that's weird though, because I don't know who would just want to like buy dirty socks and like sniff them.
People would do a lot of different things or like watch a lot of different things. The guy I'm talking about is the same guy who said he also had OnlyFans subscriptions.
Yeah, so like what does he subscribe to?
That's what I was saying. People will subscribe to a lot of different things. Like, my dad knows someone that is like making an OnlyFans because they milk cows.
Yeah, so like what how does that work? What does that entail?
Well, I think OnlyFans was originally made for a purpose of like learning things.
Yeah, no, like OnlyFans was literally made like so that you could like it's kind of like YouTube, but you just pay for the videos instead.
Right. I think it was made for like an exclusive content type of deal. Like if Mr. Beast had an OnlyFans. That sounds weird saying. But like it would be his like videos that aren't on YouTube.
It would be like kind of like behind the scene type videos. Like you pay to like see his like behind the scenes. Like that's what it was made for. But then all of a sudden everyone just turned it into a porn site.
I don't know how that changed so fast.
I don't know how that happened.
Because it's known as like
now it's known as like the porn site, and there are like people that work for OnlyFans that like reach out to like celebrities and stuff. Like actually, do you know who Jeffree Star is?
Yes.
So, like, I was actually just watching his podcast with Logan Paul yesterday. They did this interview, like, a while ago, but I was watching it. And, like, somebody from OnlyFans reached out to Jeffree Star and was going to pay him, like, 7 figures to, like, post on OnlyFans. But he was like, I'm not doing it because, like, it's not, like, my brand. And, like, I don't, like, need the money from that. But, like, Jeffree Star, I don't know if you know this, but he like has sex with like NBA stars, NFL players, different celebrities. Like he has like all these people that like celebrities will come to Jeffree Star. Like people that like straight celebrities, like they'll come to him and be like, I'm kind of interested in like having sex with a guy. So like, can I do it with you? Because he like dresses like a girl, like looks like a girl, but like he identifies as like a guy. And he's like he keeps everything on like the down low. Like he will not say a single person that he has like been with. Like he's known for like keeping it like a secret and like all that. So celebrities go to him because they know that he will not say anything. Because if he does, like those celebrities will like sue him, or like he said on the podcast that a celebrity threatened to literally murder him if he like outs the celebrity. So like they will go to him and be like, yo, can I have sex with you because I want to try it?
Okay.
So, like, he has had sex with a lot of different, like, NFL players and celebrities and all that. So, it's just, like, crazy to think about, like...
That anybody could make an OnlyFans and pay a lot of money for it.
But it's, like, they literally the OnlyFans people, like, reach out to different people and are like, we'll pay you this amount if you just, like, post content on here.
Well, how about Bad Baby?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? I think the day she turned 18.
Day she turned 18, she made
$1 million on OnlyFans.
She made OnlyFans, and like that just goes to show like how many fucked up creepy people out there. Like they were waiting for this bitch to turn 18.
She made $1 million the first day.
Yeah.
You see her, she talked about it too. And low-key, she's like not attractive at all. I don't really think she's attractive at all.
No, I don't think she's like attractive.
She sounds like ghetto.
But yeah, I mean that's like the persona she puts on.
What do you mean the persona? She like acts like that.
Well, yeah, but that's how she.
And she dated like Waka Flocka Flame, didn't she? Or was it Chief Keef? I think she dated Chief Keef.
I didn't know she dated either of those people.
One of those two people she dated. You know what? I want to say it's Chief Keef. Yeah, she dated one of those two guys. Either Waka Flocka or Chief Keef. I want to say it was Chief Keef, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah, that's something that I would have to check on for sure to double check my accuracy. But, I mean, as far as pet peeves, like, I pretty much have gotten everything out.
Yeah.
This has been, like, a pretty, like, a good bitching session.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, I want to end this podcast with a burning question. So, I'm going to ask, what is your most unique pet peeve?
Yeah. So what is a pet peeve that is very unique to you? Like what's something that, bugs you that wouldn't necessarily bug other people?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments because we're always wondering, what you guys are up to and what bothers you. Feel free to also let us know if you have any suggestions on different podcast topics.
Yes.
We're
Give us
always
some suggestions for podcast topics or different video ideas you would like us to do, something you want to see,
Right, just leave that in the comments and we'll be able to read those and reply to you. Feel free to like, subscribe, favorite our video.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're hearing this or watching it.
Right.
But that kind of wraps up our pet peeve episode of Hot Topic with the Hots. We will see you on the next one. Like, subscribe. See you later.